Hey folks, and welcome to Sriracha. Yeah, it's a Sunday morning. Looks like they're having a little bit of a scooter race over here on the opposing lane of traffic. But anyway, the malls are reopening today. We thought we would come out and enjoy a day at the mall. We need some maintenance and repair to our cell phones. We thought we'd take care of that and kind of see how the business is being conducted at the malls. They've been closed now about a best part of 2 months, I would say, and they're reopening today. So thought we'd have a nice day at the mall. I guess what we're going to find out is, even though it started off pretty tame, I think things went downhill pretty quick as we progressed through the couple malls here. We're going to start here at the Tukcom. You'll see what I mean. This is like an electronics mall. So we'll go in here and see what's doing and see how things are getting along. So let's just jump into it. So today's May 17th, Sunday. The malls are supposed to reopen. So that's where we came. Came here to the Tukcom Mall first in Sriracha. We might go to a couple malls today just to see what's doing. Hopefully the restaurants will open back up in the malls as well. Some other things, swimming pools, some swimming pools, if they can have a staff member at the swimming pool at the condo, I think they might be allowed to reopen. Also, curfew has been diminished by 1 full hour. So that means we can stay out till 11 p.m. So, yeah. Guess we'll just start off here. We're gonna take a look around and see what all's open in the mall. Have a little bit of a day out in the mall, do a little shopping. He's over there foraging for food. All right, so let's go. So yeah, simple temperature scan, and we're on our way here, the first floor of the Tukcom. And as we go through here, we'll try to see what's different, what are the new procedures. I mean, like over here at the donut place, this is to be expected. They've got the donuts all covered up real nice with some kind of plastic or cling wrap or cellophane or something. I think that's smart. This store we thought was closed. They got this like a warning or danger tape up with some signs hanging, but it turns out they're not closed. You can get in over here. You just have to come in and follow the little arrows. Kind of a little bit like a game of Simon Says. So you gotta control the entrance points to some of these stores. You can only go in certain ways. Hand sanitizer everywhere. There was some kind of, well, I don't think it's a rumor. There's some kind of thing going on where you might have to have a phone app to get into some of these stores. A phone app that basically records you were there in case there's some kind of incident later. They can track who all may have been party to it. So you might have to download an app and be registered. I don't know. So far I don't see that. Today's the first day. I don't know that it's taken a hold yet, but later it's supposed to be a thing, especially in the malls. It could be a thing much broader than that, where if you don't have this app, you can't get in. So this guy, there's a lot of booths like this, but this guy will replace your little protectant, little plastic film or cover that protects your screen on the smartphones. After a while they become scratched up, a little bit worn. It protects your screen, so better that gets scratched up than your screen. So it's like 99 baht, $3, and he'll take the old one off and then put a new one on. It's make sure there's no bubbles in it, that kind of stuff. There's probably an official name for those. I think it's just a screen protector, but that's what he's going to do. V needs one too. So yeah, it turns out V needs like the whole plastic bezel thing that covers the screen, not just the protective sheet. So that's going to take a while. I'll just help myself to a little look around here while she's doing that and guys getting it repaired. This store called Big Camera seems to be in a lot of the malls. I'll go in and see if they have a couple things I've been meaning to get. This lady was helpful. They had one of the items, didn't have one of the other items, but I don't know. It might just be better to order the stuff online. I have no problem finding what I need online usually, but they have a lot of things in this mall. Computers of all kinds, desktop, laptops. So it took a look at some laptops here because that's another thing I've been thinking about getting. So I think this is probably one of the better places to shop for something like that. But let's see if that phone repair is done so we can get out of here and go to the next mall. So yeah, it turns out she was finished. I guess it took close to an hour to do that, but both phones look like brand new when he was done. The guy did a really good job, especially on hers. It needed kind of more of a repair than maintenance. But let's go in here. This is the other mall here on the left. Let's go in here and see what's doing. It's a much bigger place than the last one.
So this is the big mall, Pacific Park. One of the biggest malls close by me. There's another one in Chonburi, a Central Festival in Chonburi. Maybe a little bit closer. About the same, I guess. I haven't been here in a while. Looks like they're lined up to get in though.
So I waited here in line several minutes and the line just didn't seem to be moving. I thought the line should be moving. I thought it was just temperature scans and hand sanitizer, but it became patently obvious that it was going to be a lot more than that. And then these cookies smelled so good that was kind of distracting, but I finally decided to step out of line and go investigate and see what was holding things up.
So apparently the reason for this line is something to do with this app. So I don't know if they're requiring it or just showing people how to do it. We'll find out, but that's appears to be what that's holding up the line for, is for this tracking app. They got a barcode they want us to scan, or a QR code actually, but.
So yeah, I didn't have any kind of app installed on my phone. I just use what they call Line. Line is like a messenger app here, and generally you would scan a code like this to add somebody to your friends list or contacts. But I scanned this one, and then this other screen popped up using Line. I had no idea what I was doing, but they saw that little thing pop up on my screen, and apparently one of them says check in. You push that. It's a whole thing. I have no idea what I was doing. It went so quick. I scanned, the guy did my temperature, and they were saying check in, and I just kept tapping stuff on the phone.
I don't know what to do. It's all in Thai. Once you put in a number, I don't know if that might be an ID number, passport number. I don't know. When I scanned it, they let me in. But this is what I was talking about. This is like going to be the new normal for a lot of these places. You got to scan yourself in, and then it tracks you through this app. It's a thing. Not sure how I feel about it. All right, let's look around. Plus, I got this. That's a bonus.
So yeah, believe it or not, as I sit here editing this video, I still don't really know what the procedure is with that. But when I get some more information about this app and the procedure, I'll do some kind of follow-up and let you guys know. So yeah, I guess the first item up for bids here will be this eyeglasses or optical store here. V needs a little repair or maintenance done to her glasses, and this looks like a pretty sizable store. They have these all over the place. This is like a franchise type operation.
So apparently if you buy glasses here, you can come and buy and get new, whatever you call the pieces that rest on your nose. V needs some new ones. They're giving her some discomfort. I mean, oh, but they don't have them. Huh, all right. Well, I guess that's what you do. You scan that QR code when you leave, and when you come in and when you leave. I don't know. I don't see anybody else doing it. Although today is the first day, I just suspect as time goes on, that'll become more and more prevalent. Not just at malls, I think at other places as well. You know? time to eat.
So yeah, we wanted some Japanese food, and there's plenty of that in this mall. We went to several places first, but this one looks like it was kind of back in the corner, wasn't too busy, and looks like they had what we were interested in. I was looking for something like this right here, like some kind of sushi or sashimi, maybe some miso soup, and maybe some tempura chicken or shrimp, something like that. But when we get in here, something's definitely afoot, and I didn't understand everything the hostess or waitress, whatever she is, was trying to tell us about the seating arrangement. And I understood that we had to be separate from the other guests to maintain distancing. I did get that much, but I didn't really get the full thrust of it and didn't understand entirely right away. And then I kind of figured it out. With these table sizes here and everything, and the red X's. And as soon as we kind of saw the handwriting on the wall, we did a quick about face and left that joint.
So what's going on in there is they got two different size tables. They got large tables and small tables. The small tables 4 people could normally sit at. The large tables 6 people could sit at. If you're a party of 2, you have to sit at a large table. And currently, the large tables were all booked, except for the large tables that got X's on them to allow for the distancing. So the small, or what I would call normal size tables, we would have to sit at 2 of those. So I would have to sit at one and V would have to sit at one across the aisle and behind you. So it kind of takes the whole pleasure out of going to get something to eat. You basically have to sit by yourself unless you can get the extra large table. I don't see how they're gonna make it with that mentality. 2 people that are together should be able to sit at a table and then distance themselves from their neighbors at another table. Anyway, you can see the same thing going on in here. 1 person per table.
So restaurant number 2 here, I can't help but to feel I'm in some kind of trendy LA club or something where you go in and they say there's no room for you despite they have plenty of seats. They're just all reserved or something. Anyway, this is called Koko Ichibanya. It's a Japanese curry house. So this one has the actual booths or seats marked each with an individual X. So we can kind of sit in adjoining booths here. That's about as close as we're going to get.
I
don't know. Yeah. So this is how we have to eat. This is the best we can muster to maintain our distancing. But we can leave and just walk around, get in the same car, do whatever. Yeah.
One thing I thought was pretty cool about the menu is they let you choose how spicy you want your curry. So they had like 5 or 6, 5 levels. And she did all the ordering, so I just let her get whatever spice level she thought was appropriate. But this is what you can get, and this is what we ended up getting. So yeah, the curry was really tasty, and V told me that when she ordered, because she did the ordering for the both of us, she ordered the spiciest one, which was I think called crazy spicy. Wasn't that crazy spicy, but it was very nice and spicy. I enjoy spicy food. I believe the damage was about 400 baht for the both of us. She had like a pork cutlet and curry with rice and maybe even some cheese in it, I believe. And I had the fried chicken, curry rice with like an omelet over top. It was very nice, very nice. But that's our day at the mall. With all the restrictions and the stuff going on, I would probably just as soon stay away from the mall until things lighten up a little bit and maybe patronize some of some of the local standalone restaurants that don't seem to have quite as tight a restrictions and actually let you sit together. But anyway, I will go ahead and leave this off here, and as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.